Started out with half and I flipped it in a double.
As you can hear that sound, it means the temperature is enough, the product has been heated enough. So I'll remove it slowly. Remember now this thing is hot. Slowly by slowly. See if you can even see smoke. You see this green, this tape is, I told you it's a special tape. Is it still there? If you had used those other tapes, so let it cool a bit. Cooling, some people what they do when they want to remove it, they put it in cold water. Others, but at least the advisable time is like, give it like 1 minute or so for it to cool down. If you are in a hurry, you can dip it in cold water. It's one of cooling these products. Then whenever we talk about printing on mugs, there's usually different types of mug. This one is a plain mug. Like you saw, it's just a white mug whereby I print on it. But the usual special mugs like a magic cup, whereby these types of mugs is whereby when you print on them, after printing, when it cools down, it becomes either black or blue, depending on which type of mug. Then when you put a hot water, the mug you'll see, the picture will start appearing. It's one of the technologies which I'm usually very fascinated about it. And I know it's one of the, if you can manage to get a magic cup. So I'm going to remove this slowly. So voila, I want you to see, you're seeing this one, I'm removing it. You remember it was white, now look at it. You can see. Imagine your brand being in a cup. And like I told you, this thing, it's not erasable. The moment you print it, it's like permanent. So branding of cups is one of the way of marketing your organization. Even if it's a group, a self-help group, or even if you want to give somebody a present, this is one of the way you can do it. So like this one now is infinite digital. Imagine your corporate being, logo being on a cup. Anytime when your visitors are coming, you serve them tea with your logo. Imagine the feeling, people saying, oh wow, this is the company which I want to be involved with. Now like right now, it's infinite digital. Infinite digital. The number one printing, branding and marketing. Welcome. That one today we have started with cup branding. Now let's go to step number 2. Cut your no-cut material according to how you want to. Like these ones, the beauty about no-cut is it's covered with a paper. It's like a nylon. It's a special nylon. So this part, as you can see, it's what we want to print it onto the material itself. So for starters, I'm going to start with my white t-shirt. So you can see it's a very high quality t-shirt. Step number 1, what I'm going to do first, because to remove the creases, as you can see, naturally this thing gets creases. First of all, I like put it on the heat press for like a few seconds for it to remove the creases. Drinks taste well when they're in a branded cup. So I align it where I need it to be. Remember, like I told you, now it's no longer a sublimation paper. We're using a no-cut kind of paper. So the first few seconds is just to ensure that the creases are removed.
My vision in the south. Now I'm smashing on the model cause I bought. Hey, is this cream? I'ma take the team.
Now as you can see, it's clean. Then the next, make sure you level it to where you need it to, because the moment you have printed it onto the material, it cannot be removed. So it's a one-way traffic. Print it, you place it to the right where you want it exactly. Then after placing it, now I'll press it, just like the name suggests. It's a heat press machine. So here I go, pressing it. Then I'll place the timer. Now the countdown is going. It's going step by step. It's going down from, depending on how the material. Like now this one, I'll place it for the next 60 seconds. While it's printing, I'll advise you, or I'll even recommend, always think of branding. Always think of branding. These are the steps of growing your business. It's one thing to have a product. It's another thing to make people know about it. And branding is the key. Branding makes people know about your product. You can use it through social media. You can use it through word of mouth, or even through products. Because whenever somebody walks with this t-shirt, I'm sure now he or she will be advertising my product. So remember, branding is important. So as you can see, the countdown is going downwards. Okay, that sound means that the heat is enough. So as you can see, it is heated. One of the advice, which through experience, is whenever you're printing different colors of materials, remember, start with whites. Then you start with light colors. For example, right now I'm starting with white. Then if I add something like yellow, then finally you finish with dark colors. That one is like a hint I'm giving you as a hint. Whenever printing, start with light colors. So look, voila. Don't you like it? Don't you like your brand to appear on a t-shirt like this? Quality. So as you can see, this is one step of brand. I'm going to brand the beer in the back. So for the back, again, I'll do what I've just said. First, I'll heat it to remove any crease. Remember, the first heating is to remove creases. Creases are they can mess you up. So I'll just warm it a bit. In the meantime, just for a few seconds, not for long. I'll warm it a bit. So here is what I want to print. This one, as you can see, Infinite Digital. I want to print it on. So like we did it earlier, first of all you place it where you want it to. It's advisable to use a pencil to mark, because pencil, after sometimes you can wash them away. So after you place it there, the countdown goes up to a minute. If it's advised to use 3 minutes, follow the timer. You don't have to be checking your watch like, oh, no. And being a heat press, the heat is usually a lot. So it's advisable, drink a lot of water and use your branded.
I flipped it in a double.
So if you want to reach us, you can always come up to our pages. You can reach us online through different. And you can reach us through Facebook.
Got the Henny, you get cold. Smoke on Reggie, that's a no-no.
questions, if you want to reach us, like I said, you come to your, you can see on the description on the screen. Remember, branding is the way. So, unlike with no cut, you put it's exactly the way it was. Even I can read it. 5 awake, 5 aware. This one, I'll have to place it upside down. The other one I was placing it like this. You see the difference? You can, with this one, you place it upside down. This one sublimation. With no cut, I was placing it like at least the way it is. So remember that, kindly remember that with sublimation, print it upside down or in a mirror form. Remember to put your artwork exactly where you need it to be. These things are permanent. The next thing, like I said, you might put another paper on top. This one usually helps me to reduce the heat on this material. So, as usual, I'll place it and use the cup. So, today we have covered almost all types of branding. You've done branding of cups, branding of t-shirts. Now we're doing branding of cotton material. When I'm talking about cotton material, I'll even talk about the school uniform. You remember branding your school uniform? Whereby you brand the pockets, this is where you come from. And when you want to brand your school uniform, maybe putting identity, some of the students like writing their names on it. Instead of sewing, I don't know, something, just do something smart, print it on a sublimation paper. Use any font, you see like this font, this is a font, a different font. You can put a picture on a student t-shirt. Then at least, and these things are permanent. Nobody can really take your picture, your t-shirt. So once again, we're waiting for the timer for the countdown. I'll repeat myself over and over and over again. Branding is the key. Brand your product, market your product. That's the way forward. So like the name, I'll remove. Like I said, this paper is just for to prevent, reduce excess heat towards the material. Now as you can see, voila, very beautiful. If you can see this paper, this one was, whatever this one was, it was written upside down, or whatever, mirror form. Now after printing, now you can clearly read it. So kindly remember, when you're using with sublimation while printing, remember to put it in a mirror frame. So my friends, my fellow colleagues, and my future clients, remember branding will market your product. Welcome. Any suggestion, even any criticism, any criticism, you can put it on the comment and we'll get back to you. Once again, thank you for your time and God bless.